Bendigo Senior Secondary College last year, and I studied Art General, Studio Art, English Essentials, and Vet Music, and Music Investigation. I'm a proud graduate woman. As you guys will see from some of my artworks up here, I do original and cultural artworks, and my tribe is based in New South Wales. Some of my achievements include being displayed in various galleries and exhibitions like Curry Heritage, St. Paul's, and Jajawama, which is Bendigo's first First Nations art gallery, along with being shortlisted for Zard Art Student Competition, Curry Youth Summit, and Top Arts 2023, and starting my art page and commission works. This year, I'm going to be studying at Bendigo TAFE and completing a 2-year part-time certificate in Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Cultural Arts. Then next year, I'm finishing off this course. I'll also be undertaking a certificate in visual arts, with also continuing to enter art galleries and exhibitions. When I was finding my theme, I did 2 brainstorms, one where I explored ideas of humans, fantasy, environment, and imagination before exploring ideas within my theme. My initial ideas I explored were homelessness, growing up, and people, as you can see on the screen. I had inspo images and concept drawings. I did this for each idea. I was exploring my folio, and I basically did portraiture. The theme I chose was life. I chose this because of my older cousin who had passed away in 2021, and I was hoping to showcase a final artwork about her towards the end of the year. And I made my theme very broad because I didn't really know what part of like life I wanted to do, so I decided to try and do people and their stories. When finding my own style, I explored different trials from art styles, materials, and techniques such as neo-traditional, manga, ink markers, paint, cried art, cultural art, and recycled art. This is like an example of some of my work from the year before, as I didn't really have a style, and I think when my cousin had passed away, she really inspired me to do more and to do more into my passions. So, Neo-traditional is a tattoo style that features bold lines and saturated colours. I was able to create pieces that are cartoonish but realistic, as you can see from the left drawings of my auntie, partner, and brother. Manga is a Japanese style that depicts a storyline and vivid illustrations. As you can see from the left 2 pieces, I was exploring my own references, and the last one being free-handed sketches. This is where I started using ink markers and exploring colour and blending. All these pieces are of myself and pet Nala, and I also used I was using paint markers, and because I had got the bursary at the start of the year, I was only just able to buy some more materials, so I invested in lots of ink markers and permanent markers as well. Pride artwork is art supporting the LGBTQ+ community. My friend originally suggested the style for me, and from there I decided to do trials dedicated to my friends, all part of the LGBTQ+ community. All these pieces were displayed in Queensland for Your Town Pride exhibition titled Queens last year. And I actually got my friends to send me photos, and I used photos of their Facebook because I haven't actually met them in person. They're like online friends, but they've been very supportive, and they really love the pieces. And I was just like, I wanted to include the pride flag, and they really love these pieces. Recycled art, it's basically when you use materials that you find anywhere, and you use them to create art. And I also use ink markers and exploring colour and blending. All these pieces are of myself and pet Nala, and I also use paint markers and exploring colour and blending. This is where I started using ink markers and exploring colour and blending. like newspapers or wood or just like pieces that you chuck out and put in the recycle bin. These pieces are trials I did on vinyls, and I was entering the vinyl collective last year, and I decided to explore using Posca markers and ink markers on vinyls, and that was very tricky because very different material to put like a marker on, but I was able to put on like the white Posca marker at the start, and then I was able to go over it and layer it with markers. Cultural art can be anything relating to beliefs and traditions. I explored original cultural art, where I explored symbol work and traditional line and dot work. These pieces I did from my trials are in order from the right. You can see how my technique gets more detailed as I explored it further. And the first one was when I just started, and that was entered into a Dudley House for an Anarch exhibition at the start of the year. It was the first artwork I had sold. And like the one next to it was a trial I did, and then the other two were portraits that I did of Uncle Briggs and Uncle Scott Darlow, and I actually got to meet Uncle Scott Darlow after this work and give that to him. So basically, on the screen here is like some of the symbols that I chose to include into some of my works. I mostly use star as a symbol, and I'd always connect it to Dreamtime and Elders and everything like that. But yeah, I definitely used inspiration from uncles and aunties, and I did a weaving workshop with Auntie Janet too. I used a lot of the different artists for influence, such as Troy Firebrace, Auntie Janet, Mr. Dimples, and main ones being Dale Catholic Barden and Harry Simons. As you can see on the slide of my influence of Dale Catholic Barden, I would do a page of my influence, then inspiration from their artwork into concept drawings. And I started adding influences at the start of my folio to then adding them in between trials. I used various sources of inspiration like photos off the internet, music, and galleries, such as Bendigo Art Gallery and Dudley House. As you can see on this slide, I did inspo pages with the images from the internet or different artworks, and I do exhibition or gallery pages with photos I had taken when I'd gone to them. With my first final artwork, I was really inspired by Dale Catholic Barden through her use of subject matter, as you can see with my draft. And I included, so this is like a self-portrait, and then I included my cat on my head. She's very quirky. So this was my final artwork on the right, titled In the Dreaming. This is on 60 by 90 centimeter primed canvas. This piece is currently up at Curry Heritage. As you can see, the images next to it of myself and my nan looking up at my artwork. The symbol work in the piece here is stars and journey, as you can see with the red and the yellow. And this took about 2 weeks. It took a very long time for the detail in the cat I did, but it turned out alright, and my cat kept on walking over it and smudging it, so I had to keep on redoing it. With my second final artwork, I did a piece of my beloved cousin Janelle. As you can see, the starting processes and use of my references here, which I used off photo shoot sent me. Here are some of the process images of my final artwork. As you can see, colour being added to the details in the subject matter. Then background with the original symbol work of stars and bushberry to the dot work in the final stages. Here is my final artwork of Janelle Nala&Longy. This is on 60 by 90 prime campus. The artwork being on the right of the funnel, and my artwork laying with her in the photo next to it. Some tips for your art: brainstorm your ideas. You can never do enough brainstorms. Explore different styles to elaborate your style and technique. As you saw, I really didn't have a style at the start, but definitely exploring different styles and researching into that really helps. Use lots of influences from different artists. Use like aunties and uncles and lots of local artists too, I suggest, and even your teachers, they're really helpful with that sort of thing. Don't start your folio off in the middle of the year. I definitely shouldn't have done that. I restarted my studio art and art general final, and I wasn't able to achieve a good studio art folio, but my art general, because I put so much work into it, it was just like so many hours I put into it. But definitely just like go with your folio, and then you can definitely add things in over time. If you're very passionate about your art, enter into art galleries and art competitions, and definitely there's lots of school ones, and your teachers always post them, so I definitely say enter into those. Go to galleries, look online, and use your own reference photos, and just manage your time, and always ask your teacher for help, because your teacher's always very helpful with that. Thank you for listening, and my art page is on the side here.